Did the 1904 World Fair lead the river to Pear from looking like this to looking like this? My name is Grant Thornberry, and this is what I wanted to figure out. Some of you may not know what the river to Pear is, so let me tell you. It is a river in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, and it was covered up in the early 1930s due to safety concerns. But what other reasons led it to being covered? Did people try to stop it from being covered? What types of controversy came from finding a solution for the river? These are just some of the few questions I asked myself and I have found answers to. Follow me as we go through a journey to the past of the river to Pear. The river to Pear was turned into a sewer long before the 1904 World Fair. As St. Louisans migrated west, they repurposed the river as a sewer because it was seen as a valuable resource by the Metropolitan Sewer District in 1876. This is my brother Chris Thornberry, a former employee at the Missouri Department of Conservation, and I asked him why he would think people turned the once beautiful river into a trash dump. This isn't the first time the people of St. Louis turned a river into a sewer. Old Mill Creek also faced the same fate, but there were some people who were hesitant to do the same with the river to Pear. Even the city planners didn't want to turn the river completely into a sewer system. They said the objectives of this plan were to collect sewage in the upper river to Pear watershed and carry them eastward to the Mississippi River via the Mill Creek sanitary sewer line, thereby preventing the discharge of sewage into the river to Pear. Obviously, this is not what happened because by the 1900s, it was completely just a sewer. The river began to become a problem for St. Louis as it let off a horrible stench and caused massive amounts of damage when flooded. Since the city wasn't forced to solve the issue, they didn't do anything. But the 1904 World's Fair location was chosen to be in Forest Park, which the river to Pear happened to pass through. This led the city officials to finally decide to cover the river temporarily for the duration of the fair. The city officials wanted to show off St. Louis in the best and most efficient way, and that led to the conclusion of covering the river. With the reputation of the city being on the line for the 1904 World Fair, they had to make sure that the river was hidden. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the river was nothing less than a monster open sewage, poisoning the air with the most dangerous corruption and menace to health known, the corruption of sewage. While yes, the stench of the river was the main reason for the decision to cover the river, the damage it caused also was a major deciding factor. According to Colin Wellenkamp, the executive director of the Missouri River Cities and Towns Initiative, when these rivers have disasters, the disaster doesn't stay in the river. This led to some controversy because there were some people who didn't want the river covered. This was a group of people who were arguing for the river to be cleaned and for the natural beauty to be restored. To me, this sounds like a great idea, but why would the city officials rather cover it?